Greetings, it is I, Susie Q. We're working with 41 questions, and today is the fifth question. Now, this was based on a podcast that I started when I came up here in Casa Grande, Arizona, and I had 41 questions. And so I don't know why it was 41, but that's what happened. So we're going to get started right now. So the fifth question today is, are you able to discern how the mistakes you made are actually valuable learning experiences? Number one, ability, yes. When we enter the experiential field, we say yes to being in what we call experience. The field is wide and varied, with unique qualities and opportunities to view through new lens. When we neutralize and reframe the idea of mistakes, we in essence are expanding into heightened states of wisdom. In this place, be open to the ideal of an epitome of mystery and this reality. Once realized, a life is seemingly miles away from the remembrances of the true pure form of soul, your soul. We invite you to see the word of mistakes being redefined to new lens. Furthermore, see the new lens as a bridge to new abilities, new frontiers, ripe for your experiential pleasure. All right. So, number two, capacity, yes. When you are comfortable in the seat of new lens kinship, you will find your curiosity peaks in whole new ways. When you adapt to envisioning how the new lens operates, you begin to explore by means of all the senses that you are capable of accessing. Through your sensory, innate remembrances will guide you to newer points similar to the alignments of the star systems that you observed from where you are. These star systems are in perfect alignment, viewed from all angles for the ages to observe their truest nature, alignment. Furthermore, feel into the moments of what arises from the new seat of new lens as a bridge to new capacities, new aliveness, ripe for your experiential pleasure. All right. Number three, desire, yes. From the center of your auric field rests a portal of your own deepest desires, your heart. Begin to see your heart as a primordial sound similar to the initial cause of this experiential field within the biosphere of now. From this center point is an intelligence that is keen to remembrances from sources that you call into your own consciousness and bear these points of interest into form. Your heartfelt desire is your remembrance of your seedling of potentiality into form. As you came here to be, you come to create. Beyond this knowing, new lens, there is a field of desire that fires into your field of now, ripe for your experiential pleasure. All right, so we're transmissions complete. So number 6 will be the next one. What is the one thing you wish to attract in your moment now? All right. So, well, it's kind of funny because I did that podcast, like maybe 5 years ago. And then I keep reading some of my written material, and I'm thinking, that's pretty good material. I'm kind of leaning into that juicy stuff. And so when we talked about those star systems, we're kind of when we're here, planet Earth, earthly school, we're boots on the ground, right? We have so many different engagements with portals or vortices or the star systems or any of that. So everything I'm working with is showing me that there's more to the story. And so all we're really working with right now is just kind of leaning into some of these states of consciousness. Maybe there were mistakes that we made. Maybe I made a bunch of mistakes, right? And then over time, you start kind of discerning and learning that that was just a classroom. It was some sort of a lesson. It was a classroom. There were other people that were kind of messed up too. We were all messed up at the same place. And then we realize After that experience, it's already done, it's already gone. There's nothing else we need to do, So all of these lessons in our lifetime are powerful because we're learning. Sometimes we think, well, you did really bad. Well, maybe I did really bad, but I learned a lot. I learned a lot of new stuff. So the more that we can engage with some of these words, now I have so many words. It's hard for me to read it because these are not really how I talk. It's not how I talk. I'm a simple person, but when I get into a certain state of consciousness, I can go in and I can start working with and weaving with these different tapestries of words. And again, these words are not the words I usually say. So, but all of this is working for us. And again, sometimes when we think we've had some lessons or we did some stuff that wasn't right, we just start noticing that, hey, we got an A plus. I went through the whole process. It might have been good, bad, or indifferent, purple, green, or yellow. And then I start noticing that, well, it seems like that was 5 years ago or 10 years ago or 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, whatever that is that you just know that it's already done. So lessons come for us. We came here as earthly beings. We came from the womb of the mother. We came in and we started to have experiences. And the more experiences we have, we get more guidance. We start have more intuition. We get more wisdom. And all that wisdom is coming through because we're actually going through some of these experiences that were good, bad, or different. All of that was showing us that something else is conspiring to help us to go to the next lesson, to the next one. We think, well, God, how many lessons do I have to have? People ask that. How many lessons? Well, until you go back to spirit, you're going to continually be moving into newer lessons. Now, I had a whole batch of lessons, for a while ago, and then now that's kind of more cleared up, but I'm still kind of working with my lessons. And I think part of my lessons right now is I want to continue to, I really want to compile all of my written pieces. It's been since, 2008 when I started doing all this writing. But I'm kind of curious, like, I don't know. I'm kind of curious. Like, what would I do with all this material? I don't even know. But I'm putting it out on a video and I'm putting the content below. And you're happy to take a look at some of the material that I have and see if it resonates for you. So I think all of us are kind of like operating as if here I am, here I am. I'm just here, I'm in a space and I'm learning and I'm growing. And then you maybe could even go into what we call divine purpose. And even with lessons come and then they go. So when we are looking at lessons, good or bad or whatever, we just know that it's already done. It's already complete. You don't have to forgive anybody. You don't need to let go of anything. You just it's over. The stories, and of course all of us have had like things that have happened that weren't the best, but we start noticing that we're doing a little bit better. And the more that we do that, we go into another lesson plan. My lesson plan, I think, for right now, up here in sunny Scottsdale is I feel pretty pieced out. Energy's good here. Really loved Houston because I had so many, friends and girlfriends and all that, and had a lot of fun. But I find that here, the energy is pure. It's like clear energy, clear freaking energy. Now, we talked a little bit about some of the other kind of star systems in this one. And so back in Houston, I had more sightings of what we call UFO or different entities. So I had more of those connections back in Houston. And since I've been up here in Arizona, I don't really have that. But I have clear thought and clear vision, but I don't have those sightings anymore. I did have one sighting when we went down to Mexico, and then I had quite a few. I had a bunch of moving targets that were out at night sky. So that place at Rocky Point was spectacular with all of these different ships that were coming through and moving and coming, and it was just fantastic. It was like a beautiful light show. So all of these things that we're working with is finding more guidance. And even this morning I was talking to one of my friends and said something else is happening. He was like going, I don't think this is going to work, or whatever. I said something else is coming. And when we say something else is coming, it means something wonderful is going to be coming into your field. And it's like precognition. You start knowing something is coming, but you're not ready. It's a precog, but the precog is already surrounding our beautiful auric fields, and the more that we kind of relate to precognition and moving into something is coming, it's going to be an amazing experience. That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting. And so I love sharing this material. I love playing around with words, and sometimes I kind of flub up a little bit. So, life is funny, right? So, all right. So we'll see you soon. And namaste.